We have running water. Pump is not too terribly loud, and it doesn't vibrate too much. We can trickle. Go ahead and trickle it. We can trickle it in, the pump doesn't run continuously because of the accumulator. So that's what the accumulator does. Is it allows you to trickle your water, which is in the RV, in an RV or a van. It's pretty much what you do. So it'll just catch up when the pressure is down low enough in the accumulator tank. This faucet has a pause button. So good. So we can, like, oh, you have to hold it. Oh, I thought it just held. Okay, but it does have a pause button on it.
So if you wanted to pull it out and go fill something or whatever.
Yeah, if you had a temperature set and you were ready to do something or whatever.
Just go pull it out and fill up the Berkey or whatever.
Yep. Okay, and now as you see, we're actually running water into our, oh wait, turn it back on. It has that and a spray. And we're running water into the sink, which means our drain is hooked up. What? We're pretty excited. Well, okay, go ahead and pull the drain out of there. It drains pretty, I mean, it's not a fast drain. We could adjust the bend in this a little bit, maybe let gravity help a little more. And there is just a seep of water around this top seal here. Yeah, that's right. This is a Camco P-trap flexible drain system. The P-trap is built in here, so you don't need that big old plumbing P-trap thing. It saves space under your sink. So that's great. It drains pretty nice. The sink is nice. It came with a little strainer basket, which is kind of cool. Not that we're going to be having lots of food bits in here, but that's it. Drains nicely. It plugs up nicely too, which I like.
It does.
There it is. We have running water, we have a drain, we have a sink, we have plumbing in the van. Woo! Boom! Oh man! This is exciting. This is super exciting. This is going to make the next step so much easier. Good Lord. Woo!
Wow, the hard part's done.
Yep. Just gotta keep an eye on that little seeping area right there. I don't think I see it. No, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see.
If it seals itself.
Yeah, I gave it another, just a little eek of a turn, but we'll just kind of keep an eye on that right there. See if it seals itself. If not, we'll address that. No other leaks in our other plumbing parts. We're good there.
All right, we're cutting our tubes for the intake for the water, fresh water.
And
Chris is going to make a snowstorm.
quite literally.
Woo! Like a ripped blade cutting PVC. Woo!
Yeah. So we determined, we measured the inside of the tank here. I don't want to get plastic in there. We measured the inside of the tank, and it was like 14 inches to the bottom of the inside here. But there's a little ridge on the middle. So these are 13 and a half, I think. 13 and a half will do it. We're not going to glue these in. They don't need to be glued. They're just going to be sucking. There's not going to be under any pressure. So if we do this, and then Sherry decided if she looks into that
little peephole there.
Yeah, it's the vent too, the vent hole. Does that clear that ridge?
It does.
Okay, cool. It just has to, I mean, it's not going to be, as long as it's not touching like flat on the bottom, we're good.
I can't quite tell on that, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's these ridges. These ridges here.
The middle ridge.
Of all things, it lands right on it.
Right on it. Well, we'll keep playing and we'll keep making snow. And it's like staticky, so it sticks to us. So
I don't know. We might have to go shorter. I'll have to get your opinion on that.
Okay, cool. We'll look and we'll see. Right now it's 13 and a half.
Yeah.
We might have to shorten it up by a 1/4 inch or so, but
Yeah.
anyway, those tubes will go in there in all 4 containers, and those will live in the back, and we'll show you that after a while. But they'll just get put in line and filled with water, and that's how it works.
Good morning, baby. Good morning. How are you? There's a nice breeze coming in. Yeah, whatever. You guys are just working. It's boring. All right, so today we're going to build a shelf over our water jugs.
Well, we're gonna get the box over the water jugs. Are we actually gonna put the shelf on today?
Oh, I don't know. That's a little ambitious. Maybe we're just building a box.
Maybe we're gonna build walls.
Walls. 3 walls.
Today we're gonna build walls. Just to enclose the water containers for...
And we say that only because I'm going to sand and
right.
polyurethane them.
It's gonna look like these sidewalls here.
So while I'm doing that, Chris is going to do
Other things.
a couple other little projects.
Yeah, but the main reason why we want to put walls around this, especially here in the back, is we don't want things from our garage to go flying forward and puncturing one of those containers as we drive down the road. That would be really bad. There'd be 5 gallons of water at any given time just flooding the back of our van.
Yeah.
And the front. So that's what we're doing, walls.
Project at hand.
Yep. We got a board here, we're cutting the sides. We don't have enough 1/2 inch to do the whole thing. Got a 1/2 inch, and we don't have enough, well, we do have enough 3/4, but we don't want to build the whole dang thing out of 3/4. So we're building the shorter side legs out of 1/2 inch.
Giving away our secrets?
I am.
Nobody'd ever know.
No, well, I'm just telling you, this is, you know, this is fine. So we're building the side walls out of 1/2 inch, which is sturdy enough to support the shelf.
Oh, yeah.
And the back will be out of the 3/4 inch, which is super sturdy. That way we can attach things to it.
Yep.
Be nice and strong. So.
Exactly.
Got our wall in place. It's our box that's covering all of our water jugs behind here. We cut 3 pieces. 2 legs are 1/2 inch. Let me show you real quick. 2 legs are 1/2 inch. There and over here, we had to notch out for around our accumulator here. We were real close to that, and we want to be able to access this in case we ever have to repressurize it or check the pressure in it. So those are 1/2 inch, and then we got a 3/4 inch piece here, solid. If we ever wanted to mount anything on this, it fits. Surprisingly enough, it fits. And it's almost square, which is even more surprising. So we're gonna
We'll have to fix that.
Yeah, oh god. Well,
We're not done yet.
A couple miles down the road, the earthquakes will fix all that. We're gonna pull this out, and Sherry's gonna sand everything down really nice and put a nice coat of varnish on this piece that we're gonna see. Finish this off real nicely and just put it all around everywhere else.
I'm doing the whole thing.
Just to seal it, make sure everything's all sealed up. And then we'll put it in place by screwing it through on the bottoms here into the 2x4 that is the box for our water storage tanks, which you can see if you just peek over the edge there. And Bailey is enjoying the day today. It's a very cool day.
Cool.
Well, the breeze.
I was gonna say it's 85 in here.
But we're working in the sun, and it's the breeze is blowing through here, and she's digging it. Yeah, she's loving it. So, all right, we've got a box built. Sherry's in here putting a single coat of this Varathane on the inside of the walls that are going to cover our water tanks. Coming in here in the storage unit out of the shade. It's pretty warm out today. Just 1 coat, you said?
Just for the inside, yeah.
Just for the inside? Okay, we'll do a couple on the outside. Hopefully this dries quick enough, and we can flip it over and get a couple coats on the outside. Be nice if we can get that installed by the end of the day.
Well, with this heat, that's
yeah.
probably not going to be a problem.
Yeah, that's true. While she's doing that, I am going to work on a couple things inside. Let's see what we've got. Got a couple projects in here. One project is, we've got to put some kind of a buckle system with some grommets attached to the wall here to hold Berkey. So that's one project. Another project is getting an electrical outlet up in here somewhere. I'm hoping back here. We just bought just kind of a surface mount box. It's like a little kit that you do for surface mount wiring in your home if you want to just run from one out to the other or whatever. Up here, just as a temporary measure, because there will be an outlet under the cabinet once we get the cabinets built that is an inverter outlet, but we need one here anyway while we're traveling because our Instant Pot has to live in the sink when we make yogurt, and it would just be nice to have that here so we can have the Instant Pot in the sink while we travel, whether it's we're making yogurt or cooking a dinner or whatever. So those are two things I will be working on while Sherry's out there putting some Varathane on that board.
All right, Chris just did a good thing.
We did a good thing. It was team effort. We measured and marked and whoops. There we go. We got Berkey installed.
Berkey
strapped to the corner.
Strapped to the corner. Not going anywhere. It's just empty, so it's gonna. But yeah, that is completely awesome.
So we used 1.5" webbing with the release clips that go with the 1.5" webbing. So that just unhooks top, bottom. We move Berkey out, and what we did with the webbing is we put grommets in them. And then we put a bolt through with a washer and a cap nut on there for the top and the bottom. So when we're
now on the back, I'll let you show.
Oh yeah, on the back it's just a very flat, because this is Sherry's side of the bed here. So on the back these are just very flat. I think they're called elevator bolts. Yeah. We discovered them when we put in the water pump.
So just like a waffle head or
it's
whatever.
It's just flat, super flat. So that's on the back. When we're parked somewhere and we're using Berkey, Berkey will stay out on the counter so we can fill it from the sink, and we'll just keep these, clipped in. Oops, I can't clip it with one hand. So we'll slide, just keep them, clipped together and out of the way. And Berkey always generally lives on a towel of some sort.
It just makes it easier to slide around.
Oh, but when we're driving, it will clasp in like that.
Oh, I forgot to do that before I did it.
See, trapped.
Operator here.
There we go. Clasp in, and as these will probably stretch, we can tighten as we need.
Yeah, we'll leave it like that for now. But that's a beautiful thing.
That's a great thing. That's in there good.
Not even
solid. Yeah.
That's even better than our motorhome one.
It is.
Yeah.
So that's where Berkey lives. We are able to filter our water again. We are so excited.
Berkeys are a little noisy going down the road. They do this a lot, so you just gotta put a little towel.
Sherry puts a towel inside the lid and just holds it. So Berkey.
Yay! Check that off the list.
That's done. That's done.
Awesome.
And next thing to be done is I think the stain might be dry.
Yep,
the
polyurethane's just about dry.
Dry on the board out there. We're gonna install the board underneath our thing here, and then we're gonna go seek shelter and air conditioning because it is really hot today.
Bailey's panting now.
So yeah, Bailey actually, she was doing okay. She just woke up. Now she's panting. Are you hot?
Got a cooling mat, but I think the cooling mat's probably not cool anymore.
Yeah. You hot, dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll be in air conditioning within the hour. I know. Poor thing. We'll be in air conditioning within the hour. We got our wall put in yesterday. Looks pretty good. So again, just to refer back to why the wall is there. One, it hides visually when you're standing back here, it just kind of hides a little bit more of the van, the living part of the van. And two, it protects the jugs back here from anything coming forward and hitting them and puncturing the jugs as we drive down the road. So it does have side legs, both sides. There's our notch out that we did so we can access the accumulator if we need to fill it or do any maintenance on that. We can still access everything pump related. We will be putting a shelf on top of this, so there'll be a board that will go on top of this just for our storage purposes. But that's our board. That's our back wall to the garage. We'll be building a shelf over the wheel well there at some point. I don't think it will be the same as our battery shelf. You know, this one, because we needed it to extend all the way out to hold all of our batteries, it comes out this far and takes up a lot of floor space. So I don't think it will be quite as long as that. I think it will just come to the end of the wheel well and we'll be done with it there. It'll just, you know, we can put things on it, a flat surface to put things on. But yeah, that's what we did yesterday. Today we're getting started on doing a little wiring project. I have to run wire for the inverter up to the front so we have access on the sink side to to plug in the Instant Pot while we travel, because the Instant Pot needs to live inside the sink while we drive down the road, because we cook yogurt about every 10 or 12 days. We start a new batch of yogurt about every 10 days. And while we're driving, it has to sit in the sink. It can't sit on the counter. We've tried to figure out ways to strap it to the counter, and that it just seems like it'd be a mess. So I'm gonna do some wiring there, and then I think, I'm not sure what's next after that. We got our list is getting shorter, but we still have quite a list. So wiring project today.